Well. Remember Indian Overseas Bank? We had an episode around the Chidambaram family and how the IOB was refusing to give permission to prosecute some officers who are doing some hanky-panky in the acquisition or the illegal acquisition of a comfort inn in Tirupur. Well, that same Indian Overseas Bank finds itself on the other side when it comes to dealing with a case involving V.K. Sasikala, who is alleged to have defrauded the bank through a company called PSL. All that stuff and more in this. By the way, this is par for the course. I don't know about other states, but in Tamil Nadu, it's known that people will go and, arbitrarily just take anything they want. They think it's their birthright. I have told you about how music director, composer, director, lyricist Ganga Yamaran lost his farmhouse to these two nefarious thugs, Sasikala and Jayalalithaa, and now, of course, BJP wants to be in truck with them. This is the inevitability of Indian politics, and I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Leave that thing aside. There's also one other case that is in dispute in a court where the last British owner of a tea plantation, he was forced to do a distress sale to another person who's allegedly the Benami of these two, Sasikala and Jayalalithaa. That case is still going. Now Jayalalithaa is long gone, but that case also is still going. You know how this thing is, this is just at the close to the CM level. Imagine what are all the things that are happening today in Tamil Nadu. Land grab is routine. As land becomes less and less available, they are trying to do some nefarious deals. That's for a different day. What I'm going to talk about today is this specific deal, and also I'm going to tell you that all this happened during the dramatic 4-5 month period when Jayalalithaa fell sick. She fell sick on the 22nd of September 2016, and then on October 12, 2016, Paneerselvam was again given charge of running the state, but it was still Jayalalithaa who was the chief minister. She did not give up that. Allegedly she went into coma on September 22nd. As to how she could have gotten up from the coma and signed the letter saying that OPS is the person in charge in October is anybody's guess. Then on November 8th, 2016, demonetization happened. Well, on December 6th, 2016, Jayalalithaa is dead. Then Sasikala gets control of the entire party apparatus. Then she goes and instead of appointing OPS, she appoints who? EPS. And now the saga of EPS has begun, and EPS in turn stabs her in the back when she has to go to jail. He comes out and he's kind of sidelined her. Now, this is the murky world of ADMK politics for you. Now let's get back to what happened here.
𝗦𝗲𝗏 is a magic and unique place with an overwhelming history.
𝗦𝗲𝗏 is the most inspiring place I have ever visited. I am grateful to all.
So, Sasikala spent 450 crores of money involving the old 500 and 1000 rupee notes to acquire this sugar company. How did this happen? How did the banks allow it? Where is IOB's role in all this? We will find out in just a moment. Here we go. So, in the weeks following demonetization in 2016, that is after the November 8th, V.K. Sasikala, a confidant, we all know about her, purchased a sugar factory in Kanchipuram for 450 crores in an all-cash deal. So, where is IOB coming here? Wait for a minute, I'll come there. The sugar factory, previously known as SV Sugar Mills, is now operated by Padmaadevi Sugars Ltd, PSL. The CBI initiated a probe following a directive by the Madras High Court in June 2025 after repeated complaints from the Indian Overseas Bank about suspected bank fraud. So there is a different angle here. The CBI's Banking, Securities and Fraud branch in Bengaluru registered a case in July 2025 and in August 2025 carried out searches across Chennai, Trichy and Tenkasi at the residences of PSL's directors and officers as well as the premises of Appu Hotels Limited and OTM Wood Industries. I sometimes wonder if Amit Shah and Modi are doing this just to try and keep all these politicians under check. Now, don't act on them, don't close these cases, but at the same time, anytime you need, yank the chain a little bit, right? That could be a philosophy, that could be a strategy, I don't know. Anyway, so let's get back to the IOB angle. The factory belonged to the Patel group. It was sold to Sasikala for 450 crores in old 500 and 1000 rupee notes post demonetization. Now, it's another interesting story as to what the Patel group did with the 500 and 1000 rupees rapidly losing their value. How did they get rid of that and get the new 500 and 2000 rupee notes? That's for a different day. An MOU was signed between 𝗤𝗡𝗙 Patel, his father Shivgan Patel, and his brother Dinesh Patel. Incriminating documents and loose sheets were seized during a 2017 income tax raid. These pointed to Sasikala as the beneficial owner, even though the Patels held the title. Naam ke vaste? Benami. Original share certificates of 𝗟𝗏 sugar mills held by the Patel groups were seized during these searches. Then what happened? The IT department declared the sugar mill a Benami asset under the Benami Transaction Act and identified Sasikala as the actual beneficiary. All the work has been done. The beneficiary has been identified. The only thing is, no action has been taken yet. Now let us take a look at what happened to Indian Overseas Bank. Where do they come in? So, they are being accused, that is the directors of the new company, Padmaadevi Sugars Ltd, are accused of defrauding the IOB of 120 crores through fraudulent credit facilities. So, see, they are investigating this, and in the meantime, they stumble upon this bigger thing where 450 crores worth company assets were seized by Sasikala using old 500 and 1000 rupee notes. So, what is the nature of fraud? Availing fraudulent credit facilities from the Indian Overseas Bank, misappropriation of property, diversion of bank funds to sister concerns and unrelated entities, siphoning of funds to related parties, providing interest-free advances to private firms, suspicious cash deposits during the demonetization period in 2016. Not only that, the company and its associates are suspected of transferring funds to shell or Benami entities to obscure the end use of the borrowed amounts. Who are the people accused in the FIR? PSL, that is the sugar company. 𝗤𝗡𝗙 Patel, managing financial affairs of PSL and the Prabhat group, admitted to receiving 450 crores in old notes. This guy has admitted it. Shivgan Patel, 𝗤𝗡𝗙's father, a signatory to the MOU. Dinesh Patel, 𝗤𝗡𝗙's brother, also a signatory to the MOU. Tamburaj Rajendran is a director of DSL, Pandya Raj, another director of PSL, 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗥𝗡𝗏 Murali, chief financial officer of PSL, and Appu Hotels Limited involved in suspicious transactions with PSL, OTM Wood Industries also linked in suspicious transactions with PSL, and everywhere else the beneficiary of this thing. Any which way you look at it, the beneficiary of this thing is V.K. Sasikala, and this is an allegation at this point of time, but in some documents, like for example, the income tax department has identified her as the Benami owner. So IT is sure. Now CBI needs to be sure. So when they'll be sure, we don't know. Let's wait and see how this plays out. The bank cited the IT department's proceedings and the Benami property declaration as grounds for classifying PSL loan accounts as fraudulent. The sugar factory used as collateral for IOB loans was attached by the IT department, complicating the bank's recovery efforts. So IT has gone, that is income tax department has gone and attached this company, sugar factory. Now the sugar factory has this 450 crores payment. The payment itself has raised suspicions of money laundering or illicit transaction. You know, another thing that happened, it is alleged that somebody high up in the work involving demonetization had tipped off ADMK and DMK officials because that said officer was from Tamil Nadu cadre. You guys can put the name as you see fit. One of the reasons why I really feel that this person has gotten off, not even a rap on the knuckles. I know Modi knows all these things. Come on now. I mean, we have been saying this crying horse for a long time. Be that as it may, this gentleman is still among the thick of things even today in the Modi administration, but it is believed that these two got tipped off and that a lot of money got laundered, and see, this is something that the Modi administration hasn't really gotten to the bottom of, in that they haven't really found out how did so many managers manage all this money. Where did all that stuff go? How did they know? So was there a parallel network all the way back to the Reserve Bank of India? Because Reserve Bank of India was printing all the new notes, right? Was there a parallel network that was making sure that whoever wanted to convert it for a premium, they were able to convert it? Many bank managers made a lot of money in this also, because that cut is theirs, right? Of course, that cut could be also going to other people. In India, anything is possible. The art of possible is really played out in India. Be that as it may, viewers, you and I are the suckers. We pay our taxes and we'll grumble here, we'll mumble there. But at the end of the day, what choice do we have? That's all I wanted to say. I'll be watching this case as to how it unwinds. Certainly it has picked up steam, but it could also, like I said, be a tactic to try and keep Sasikala under the thumb of BJP. Again, tactic. I don't hold any loyalties to any party. This is what I see, and that's what I'm saying. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.